Hey there, it's Katie, and I'm excited that you've jumped over here to join me in this quick lesson today. I've got 3 things to talk about in regards to money being an honorable thing to include in our ministry and our business. But before I get into that, I wanted to show you this. This, for those of you who don't know, this is a purse. This is a purse that is the brand Vera Bradley. And Vera Bradley is not an inexpensive brand of purse. And when we first started raising support to come to Mexico back 13, 14, 15 years ago, I had a friend who knew that I loved purple and I really liked Vera Bradley brand products. And she gifted me a purse, a pocketbook and I loved that thing. And I used it all the time. And, I remember one day someone commented to me and said that they had been talking with a friend who'd seen some of my pictures on social, and that person had commented, "Why is she using a Vera Bradley bag? Isn't she a missionary?" And the idea or the feel, number one, my friend should have never told me that person said that. But number two, that feeling of, well, why not? Am I not valuable? Does the fact that I wear the title of missionary or person in ministry mean that I don't deserve to have nice things like everyone else? Like what's wrong with me? Why can't I have something nice like a Vera Bradley bag? And that's the feeling that I get from a lot of the clients that I work with who come from a ministry background, who have a lot of experience in this faith-based realm, is that what I have to offer is not valuable. And what we don't realize is that we're doing a disservice to ourselves and to the people that we can serve when we allow ourselves to think that way. And so the first point I want to make today is that making money with your trade, your skill, your expertise is honorable. Making money in an honorable way is honorable. You don't have to give everything away just because you are in ministry. You don't have to give everything away just because others expect it of you. And most of the time, the people passing those judgments on us are not the people we're called to serve anyway. And so I want you to think about, if you are making hamburgers at a restaurant for an hourly wage versus if you're making hamburgers as the church cook, what's the difference? Is there a difference in training? The church cook probably has more training than the one at the McDonald's down the street, right? But the difference in training, the difference in knowledge necessary, the difference in preparation, the difference in how they got to that point in their business, there's not a lot of difference. Cleaning at a hotel versus cleaning at a church, does it take any different kind of experience? Secular counseling versus Christian counseling. Why is it okay for a secular person to charge for their services, but a Christian should not because they name the name of Christ? So whether we're talking about you as a faith-based person offering a service like hair cutting or cleaning services or whatever it is that you offer, or coaching or counseling, or whether we're specifically talking about a faith-based service, like maybe you teach Bible journaling like one of my clients does. Whether you're faith-based as a person with a business, or whether your business is specifically faith-based, your business is valuable. Your skill is valuable. Your expertise is valuable. The training that you bring to this is just as valuable as someone who does not name the name of Christ. And there's no reason why you should not be able to charge for that skill or service like everyone else. It's a different purpose, perhaps. Like you have a more ministry mindset. You know that the real goal is to help the person, right? And to help them live a fuller life and fulfill their purpose in the body of Christ, to do what they were created to do. And yet the skill that you bring to this, the training that you bring to this, is no less valuable than someone who does not know the Lord and who is able to sell services to other people. And so regardless of your skill or expertise, I want you to own that your skill, your expertise, your knowledge is valuable and it is worthy of payment. Number 2, money helps you reach and serve more people. So number 1, your skill or knowledge is valuable. Number 2, money helps you reach and serve more people. When you think about somebody who could sell a $30 product, okay, just 30 bucks, that's $1 a day that you can put into ads on Facebook to reach more people. And if you could up that and spend sell 3 of those products. Now you've sold $90 this month. You can put $90 back into your ad spend on Facebook to reach even more people. That's more people coming in. The more people that you can reach, the bigger those ripples and the bigger impact you can have, right? It's all about, you're not going to get rich off a $30 product, not even 1 a month, not 3 a month, right? But inverting it back into the business so that those ads can be self-sustaining and allow you to reach more and more and more people is going to ultimately enlarge the area, enlarge the people you're reaching, enlarge the number of people who will learn about your services and be able to be affected by the message that you're giving. Stu McLaren from the Tribe membership course, he says that he tells the story of the time that he went to Kenya, and they were talking about starting schools in Kenya, and he asked someone, how much does it cost to pay the salary of a teacher here for a month? And the guy told him about $100 US. And Stu says that he remembers thinking, man, the product that I'm selling right now is $97. If I could just sell 1 extra product every month, I could pay for a teacher, another teacher at this school. 1 extra product is all I got to sell, 1 more than I'm selling already, and I could impact a teacher's life and an entire classroom full of kids with 1 more sale. And he said, that's the time that I realized that it's not about the money, it's about what the money makes possible. And that's what I want you to remember too. Number 3, money helps the people you serve value what they're getting, okay? In my coaching group, a group that I am being coached in, because even coaches need coaches, they say often people who don't pay attention, okay? And that's very true. When we give things away for free, it's not often valued, but when you put a price tag on things, people sit up and pay attention. They begin to value that more. And I think about my friend Matt Tommy of the Thriving Christian Artist podcast. Matt has a membership program for Christians who do art, and he's teaching them the business of art and how to make a living doing their artwork. And he recently increased his prices for his membership. And you know what happened? The people who joined were more serious about making this a business. They were not as complaining. They were more willing to put the work in. They saw this as a more valuable program because the price tag had been increased. Okay, so you think about if you go from free to a price, or if you go from a price to a higher price, the higher price tag implies, and it should imply, higher value. But when people see something as valuable, they're going to value it more. It just makes sense. And so the 3 things that I want you to walk away with today is that number 1, your skill and your knowledge, your expertise is valuable. It is worthy of payment. Number 2, more money helps you reach more people. It's not about the money, it's about what the money makes possible. And number 3, they will value what they pay for. Now, you may be somebody in the finance niche, like my friend Danielle. She is helping people get a handle on their finances as a Christian family so that they can pass on a healthy relationship with money to their children, get out of debt, and go on to live with this healthy relationship with their money. Maybe you're like my friend, my client Brenda. Brenda started out teaching other people how to downsize their house and their belongings. She ended up writing a best-selling book. Now she's got a course. She's speaking on tiny house stages all across the country, helping people get a good relationship with their stuff so that they can really fulfill their purpose in life and not be tied to rental unit payments and all of these things that are keeping them tied down, right? Maybe you're like Jennifer, who created a meal plan for large families. Maybe you are like Cynthia, who is an office organizer. She gets paid to help people organize their office space so that they can be more productive in their work. Maybe you're like Judith, who I mentioned earlier, who does Bible journaling. She now has several products that she sells in regards to how to be artistic while you're learning from the Word. Wendy teaches parenting from a biblical perspective. Teresa teaches biblical hospitality to people. Angie creates Sunday school material for teachers so you don't have to put all that work in it yourself. She creates all the lesson plans and things for you. Melissa creates family activities and gives you ideas for how to create those memories that are important to your family. Debbie is a Christian dietitian who creates lesson plans and sells them online. Joy creates crafting patterns. Kathy does coaching from a biblical perspective. Betsy and Linda are in the travel writing space. They're believers living the life of a faith-based person, and they're having an impact on those who enjoy travel. Tracy and Suzanne have a private label rights business. Donita talks about homesteading as creating her own events out in the Midwest. All of these are examples of people to whom faith is really important and how they have been able to blend that into their business and make money with it. Did you hear that? Make money with it. Making money is not a bad thing. It is honorable for you to be paid for what you're doing. Money allows you to reach more people, and people will value what you give them when there is a value placed on it. I want you to walk away today and think, you are valuable. What you offer the world is worthy of payment. So coming back to the story about the purse, 10 years after that experience, I was on vacation with one of my friends. I had a chance to stop over and see her for a day in between trips. And she took me to an outlet mall, and we walked into a Vera Bradley store. And she said, Katie, remember that lady who said, why in the world is she a missionary carrying a Vera Bradley bag? She said, that hurt me too. And I want you to walk into this store, and I want you to choose any 3 bags you want, because you are valuable and you do deserve the best. My friend, that's what I want you to take away from this today too. Your message matters. Your message is valuable. Somebody out there needs what you have. It is so valuable. Don't believe the lie that it's not worth it. Do what it takes to get that message out there today.